Have you ever wondered what happens when you're in deep sleep, especially what we call dreamless sleep? There are no thoughts, no images, no story, and yet when you wake up, you say, I slept so well. If the ego disappears in dreamless sleep, what remains that can later report the experience of what we call nothingness? So today, let's explore a radical possibility that who you truly are is not the waking I that comes and goes, but the silent awareness that's present even when everything else is absent. In everyday language, we use the word I to mean many things at once. My body, my personality, my memories, my roles, my relationships. In classical yoga and Vedanta, this bundle is called the ego, ahankara, the sense of being a separate self located inside a body and, of course, as I've said before, squeezed into the volume of a body in the span of a lifetime. During the day, the ego is busy. It plans, compares, worries, desires, constantly tells a story about me moving through the world. It does videos like this. In dream sleep, the ego loosens, but doesn't fully disappear. It simply appears in another costume inside the dream. You're still a character in a dream body, in a dream world. But in deep, dreamless sleep, the sense of being a character collapses. There's no inner commentator, no self-image, no I am this and this is my life. From the standpoint of the ego, this state later appears as a blank. I knew nothing. I was gone. But the very fact that you can meaningfully speak about that interval points to something subtle. Non-experience is somehow knowable. So, what is the mystery of that sentence? I slept well. Philosophers and contemplatives have puzzled over a simple question. When you say, I slept deeply, I didn't know anything. Who is the I that bridges that gap? If consciousness truly vanished, there should be no basis to speak about sleep at all. Only a jump cut from waking scene to the next. Traditions like Advaita offer a different view. They say that in deep sleep, what disappears is not consciousness itself, but its contents. The objects, body, world, thoughts, images withdraw. But the ground of awareness remains without anything particular appearing in it. Some call this objectless awareness, a pure content-free knowing that isn't about anything, yet is not the same as non-existence. Neuroscientists and philosophers have begun to document reports of dreamless yet conscious sleep, states where people later describe a kind of peaceful, undifferentiated presence without images or narratives. By the way, these days, and for now several years, I experience presence in deep sleep. And it's a kind of a witnessing presence. And I have cultivated that over the years. Before I sleep, I recapitulate my day and I introduce the idea that I will have lucid dreaming, but also witnessing in deep sleep. And it happens. And actually, it's very enjoyable, peaceful. It's actually profound peace. So everything I've said suggests that consciousness can be incredibly minimal, or should I say conscious experience, and still present. Not switched off, but resting in its own simplicity. I've also had the experience when I had an endoscopy, colonoscopy, under propofol. Same thing, presence, witnessing awareness. So what does this mean for you right now? If the ego can disappear every night while awareness remains, then ego cannot be your deepest identity. It's a temporary pattern in awareness, like a wave on the surface of an ocean. Real as a wave, but not separate from the water that forms it. Your body changes, your thoughts change, your personality evolves, even your sense of me shifts throughout life. Yet something has been continuous from your earliest memory until this moment, the simple fact of being aware. That same aware presence is there in waking, dreaming, and in seed form in dreamless sleep. Spiritual traditions describe this as pure consciousness, the true self, the Atman, or simply awareness itself. It is not in time because time appears within it. It is not limited by the body because the body is an appearance within this field. From this perspective, deep sleep is not a temporary annihilation of self, but a nightly glimpse of your original nature without the costume of ego. Now I'm convinced this is what also happens with death. So let's explore this directly with a brief inner exercise. You can do this with your eyes open or closed as long as you're comfortable and safe. Gently bring attention to the fact that you are aware right now. You may notice sounds, sensations in the body, perhaps thoughts or images passing through the mind. Now, instead of focusing on any particular experience, turn toward the knowing itself. Ask very simply, what is it that is aware of this moment? Don't look for a verbal answer. Just let the question open a space. Notice that experiences are changing. Sounds come and go. Sensations shift. Thoughts appear and disappear. Yet the capacity to know them is steady in the background. Remember a recent night of deep, restful sleep. Sense the felt memory of that rest, the ease, the absence of struggle. Recognize that whatever you are now was also present on the other side of that silence, quietly witnessing the disappearance and reappearance of the world. For a few breaths, imagine letting go of your story as completely as you do in deep sleep, but remaining gently aware. No need to achieve anything, fix anything, or become anything. Just rest as the openness in which this moment is unfolding. When you're ready, you can open your eyes if they were closed. Look around the room and notice the same awareness that was here in the silence of the exercise is now illuminating colors, shapes, sounds. It has no age, no personal history, yet it allows every experience of your life. Each night, in deep dreamless sleep, life gives you a free teaching. The ego can completely disappear, and yet your being does not come to an end. What you fundamentally are is not the restless narrator of waking life, but the vast awareness in which waking, dreaming, and sleep all rise and fall. So if this perspective resonates with you, you might experiment over the next few days with a simple inquiry as you fall asleep. Even as everything disappears, what remains. So I hope you enjoy this, and I'm going to continue sharing with you ideas like this, bringing ancient wisdom, modern science, and direct experience. Let me know if this is helpful, because this also ultimately leads to peace with the idea of what we call physical death. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma Tattvamasi.